Okay, dear viewers, welcome to our lesson 2 of Excel, Microsoft Excel. And in here, I want us to consider now an application of the overview we had, and that is now doing our first part in making use of this to manipulate various data to add, and all that. But today I want us to consider adding, and that is editing, adding data, and much more on that. So welcome. As we proceed, I want us to see about this Excel and how you're able to use it to add data and also to format it. For example, speaking of data, we have numbers, we have text. Here we have images, we have tables having data, and then several of which we are able to make use of them and to either add or remove, format, and all that. Yeah, and as I click here, you can realize that my name box has a name. You can see there it is saying it is A1. And I can add some data here. For example, I can add one. So when you type in, this is what I want us to really follow keenly, because for example, my cursor is let's say it is here. You can see I'm not able, like that is just a click. That is a single clicking, it just selects a cell. But then double clicking, you're able to, it allows you to type something in the cell. I can write type 1, enter, and I want you to see the position of the number vis-a-vis the position of the text. Let's say like John, enter. You can see the positioning on a cell. Number tends towards the right of the cell, and the letter on the right of the cell. That is what it is with Excel. Yeah, I can delete that one. So let me undo Control Z, Control Z, Control Z for that cell. Control yeah, for that one. Yeah, Control Z for the all of that, and that is it. Control Z for that one. Also Control Y to undo, Control Z, it can do the same thing. So you needed to check how it is working. So that is it. I believe you have learned of the shortcut also. So as you can see about that, I may also wish to select a column. I may wish to select a column. We just come on top here, and then I will click until this arrow is able to appear. I will click there. I'm able to do whatever I may wish with the whole column. For example, I may wish this column to be a different color. Let's say I want it to be if I want the text, any text that is typed in that column to be of a specific color. Let me pick, for example, this one. So any text I will have here will be of this color. So if it is 2, it will be that color 3, and all that. If I wish the whole column to be, let's say, this column, which one? Yeah, this one. I can pick this one. I can change it to be that one. So that is for the whole of it. Can change Let me have text to be this color to allow visibility. There. So I believe you can see that one. To select a row, I can click here until I have that arrow. Then I will click to this to have this one. I may wish also the text to be formatted in this way. I want all the text that will be on this row to be bold. Then I will click that one, and so any text I will have here will be bold. Let's say Brian. There, enter to be bold. And if I may wish still to change the color the same way, that very trend will follow. That is it. That is it about the various selections that I may wish to make, so that as I enter data, I'm able to format it in a way I may be in a position to view it and to detect it easily, and also to be eye-catching, that is for for better appearance. And as you can see, we have numbers, we have text, the names of these people, yeah, and you may wish also to select, or for example, you may wish to delete the whole of this. You just select and then right click, and then you will delete, and then it will ask you whether to shift cells and all that, and then you can say okay, and then you will delete that one, and upon deleting it will shift the other cells to the position. So Control Z. Yeah. So some other important part I want us to do is this aspect of pattern, a consistent pattern which Excel can identify. For example, as you can see the numbers here, they are 1, 2, 3, and so you're able to predict the next number. Yeah. So what we do, you are able to select the existing, and then you do autofill there. So I will move my cursor here until it changes to that plus sign, and then I will click to drag up to the position I may wish it to reach, and then I will release, and then it will autofill up to that part. That is a predictable pattern when it has been detected by Excel. If it is odd numbers, say you wrote 1, 3, 5, then you to fill it will have odd numbers. Even numbers 2, 4, 6, autofilling, it will do the same. Very important, and such techniques will save you time in working hard on this. Yeah, it will be very important. It will be very important. So that is, I believe, what you're able to see, and this information is very important. It will help much in making use of Excel in the very suitable way possible to ensure that we realize the intended purpose in the various organizations. And remember, Excel is used in in banking sector, engineering, data analysis, data science, yeah, various cutting across the various industries, and there it can be really used and it can be utilized to serve that very purpose. And something else I want us to note is on other parts of formatting, other sections of formatting, which I want us to learn about, and then we shall get to see some other way of inputting formulas, and then we'll be done with our class today. So we may wish to format, let's say, these numbers. We want to format them in a way, and that is, let's go to our home, then conditional formatting. I believe we learned of this in our previous video. So if you didn't manage to see it, ensure you go back to it and you see the various sections. But here we are going to make use of it. You will click there and you will see highlight cells rules. So when you're able to highlight, if it is greater than, if you click, it will highlight and you will choose the values with a greater value than what you have specified will be highlighted in the option that you have indicated. For example, highlight cell rules greater than. So we click there. It is greater than, yeah, greater than 11 has been highlighted. You can see. So we can say so, yeah, greater than that. And still we can say we wish to format it conditionally using some colors or icons. Let's say icons. I want to use like this may seem like a traffic light, and I want to have them use these colors, yeah, and I may wish to format it this way. I may also wish to that is top 10 items to have some color. Let's say this one top 10, or I can reduce it top, top. You can see some changes. So that is a formatting. You can see. Let it be that way. So that is allows you to format some data for easier display. For example, you have several employees in a company, and on their performance, you may wish to have a quick access and a visualization of data for easy detection. You may make use of them. Yeah, and much more. We shall be making use of the data that is already there. So that is it. That is it. That is what we have. And so I want us to do this one. I want us to delete what we have. Control All, Control A, then delete. Delete and then shift all that. Yeah, let's have it that way. Can remove this one. Can remove that one. Also can also remove that one. There. That is what we have. Yeah, so I want us to have some data for this one, and then we shall do some quick computation. We learn about formulas in a quick way, and then we will get into another part. So for example, you have employees in a company. I will have employees in a company, and as you can see, the name is extending beyond this cell, and when I press enter, it is still appearing so, and when I click here, it seems cut yet not cut. So I may wish this name to fit in this cell. So what I do, I will bring my cursor until it appears so, and then I will double click to allow it fit. So the largest cell, the largest number or sentence will be accommodated in that cell. So that is it. So that is exactly, and I may wish this column to have bold, as we said earlier on. So I will have them bold that way. So I will have here salary, enter. Okay, and then here we shall get on that. So I may have various names. Let's say John, Ben, Kim, Dan, Mesh. Then we may have let's have a salary. Let's talk of 50,000. 5, okay, enter 16. Or let's say 30. There we are. So that is what we have as our data that we want to apply some few things here and there, and then we will have learned. So we have employees and their salary. Yeah, and in this salary, we may wish to know. Let's say we want to have this data ordered in a way the one with the highest is on the top. So what we will do, we want to sort them. So I will highlight on this one, and then I will go on data, then sort. Yeah, then sort them. Sort by what? By salary. Smallest to largest. Well, I want it to be largest to smallest. There. So we have our data sorted. So the ranking we know, Dan gets the highest salary, then John, and then Ben, and so on and so on. So that is what we have. And also we may wish this data to really look like, money. So we may wish to have this as a currency, our data to look like currency, and we may wish to format it clearly. Let's use the home tab, the general, then we can have them as currency there in dollars. Yeah, that is one way of accessing that. Another way, I can right click on what I have selected, and then I will go to sort, filter, delete, insert, and I'm able to format cells or do the various formatting I may wish to do. So that is clear. So I have my salary of in currency, that is in dollars. Yeah. So I'm still able to do as much as I may wish to do, and I may pick on that. Much more we shall proceed by learning what is coming. So I want us to use formulas. How do we make use of formulas? When we talk about Excel can do various computations. It has some built-in calculator. For example, let me do a side in my second sheet too. For example, I have one here, and I want to add it. Let's say 12 plus 23, enter. You can see what is happening. You can see what is happening. And I may also wish to have 3 times 2. Yeah, so you can see what is happening. Yet I may wish it to give an answer. Yeah, can just delete it. Yeah, so that is what is there. So I may wish to have this data added. The sum of this data, I may wish to have it. Yeah, so what I need to do, for example, I have 23 here, 32 there, and I want to add them. So what I will just do, I will say A1, there is A1 here. Yeah, so you can see there is A1 plus A2. Yeah, you can see you are able to do the various computations as you may, depending on how you align them. But now I want to have answers regarding these ones. Like I want to be in a position to, when I add this one, this salary, I'm able to get a number here. Yeah, which is a very important part of data analysis, or getting the data that I want. So I want us to learn how we can input formulas that can give us results. Yeah, can give us a result. For example, I want to add this one. What I do, I will say this cell and the answer I want to get. So in this cell, I will start by using equal sign. That is how we input formulas. You use equal sign. Equal sign, and then what you do, you will select the numbers you wish to add. For example, I want to add 80 and then plus 25. Then I will put enter, and then I will have the sum. So what have you observed so far? It means any entry in Excel without an equal sign is just an entry that does not change in any way. Because when you say it is 12 plus any number, it will remain so. But when I insert, let's say for example, I insert is equals 12 plus 45, enter, that becomes different. For example, let's say it says equals 78 times 2. Yeah, so I will have a formula here, not just not just a number. When I double click, I will have what has been stored. So the cell has stored this computation. When I right click, this is what I will see. So that is a computation. Remember, the formula will require an equal sign. But now what if I want to add all of this salary? So what I will do, it is equal sign, then I will select, yeah, let me me first get to eliminate this one. I want to add the all these ones. So what I will do, I will use equal sign. I will click this one plus, then this one plus, this one plus, one plus. Click just adding plus, and then enter. Okay, we have forgotten something. We have forgotten, yeah, the typo has been corrected automatically by Excel. So you can see there is a lot of computation here, but there is a way we can make this smaller or swifter to compute. And if you are to multiply, just replace the signs with. But now we want to do it differently. We want to add them differently. All of them must start with equal sign, but now we want to use a shorter formula, and that is using sum. Sum. So what we will do, we will do is equals to sum, and it will bring here, it will call some numbers, some formulas here from the formula bar that we saw. You can see we saw several of this, AutoSum and all that. So we double click on that, and then an opening bracket will come, and then the numbers to sum, the number 1 and then number 2 and all that, and it can be arranged. So we will select all of this, and then we will close, we click enter, and that is what is our sum. So let's just write it here, sum, and we may wish it to be in bold to separate. So that is it. If you double click, you see a formula, not just a number. Yeah. Another way, it is by, you can say, we can just select is equal sign, select, and then click on AutoSum. Let's go to formulas, AutoSum. Yeah, it will take to this one, but it will also do some addition when you want to add. You are able to use AutoSum directly. Yeah, and it will just add automatically by just a click. And for example, you can say, then you select, let me see whether that will work out. And still really let me undo that one. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, you can see when you undo. Let me just undo it. Yeah, let me delete it so that you're able to see it. So I will select this one, and then I will come to the AutoSum. It will generate the sum down here. So this one is it just does the same thing. It displays here just by a click. Yeah, or I can do the sum of these ones again. I come AutoSum, and because it is a formula, it will not do it, because these are formulas stored, not just a number. Yeah, remember that one. So we want to proceed to other formulas. Now I want to do, let me bold this one as it was. Let me do the product formula, product. So I will do equals sign, I may wish to start by, for example, to multiply this one times this one, yeah, and each, and enter, it will bring a number. But I don't want to use all that step. So it's the equal sign, product, you write the formula, product, you double click, opening bracket, then you select all these ones, enter, and that is our product. Exponential has been used because of the larger number. Yeah, you can leave it so, and then I can bold these ones. Yeah, I can still do the average of the salary is equals to average. Here it is, double click, then I will do the average of this one, the salary, enter, and then here it comes. I can do, yeah, that is a product sum average. I wish to get the minimum maximum salary, so it is equals to maximum, double click, then select the range, enter. Maximum salary displayed, minimum, so just is equal sign, min, and then we'll remember the ranges, select up to where the numbers you want to consider, and there it is. Let's demarcate these ones using these there. So I believe that is what we have as at now, and I may wish to name this range. Yeah, for example, I may wish to name this range and call it I want to call it range 1, so that when I'm able to call it out, I can call it out as a range full. So I want to call it range 1 in my name box, range 1, enter, such that when I'm here and may wish to retrieve the range, I will write is equals range, and here it appears in my formulas. So I'm able to click and make use of this range as you can see. So it is able to appear and I'm able to use it. For example, I may wish to find the sum of this range, sum, and then in my formula I may wish to find the sum of my range that I have called range 1, and is equals to, close bracket, enter, the same as this one. So this is very important, and a range is, I want us to also learn something that I forgot to mention it earlier. A range is a collection of cells. For example, I select here, this is my range that has been highlighted, and it is named with the left top that is diagonal with the right bottom. So this range, for example, is called that is D2 and then I9. That is the name of this range, and so it will be D2 colon I9. That will be the name of the column, and that's why when I select for example this one, let's say I want to say is equals to sum, and then double click, I want to select this is a range, and so you can see it is indicated with a colon. Yeah, that is the range. and if I decided to extend it this way, it will say B2 and then C3 and all that, because there were no, we can undo that one. So I believe that now that you have managed to learn, and in our next part we still proceed with more. And for today I want you to keep practicing on that. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like, and we shall get to move together in this lesson. Otherwise, thank you.